My channel sure has grown a lot. From Era 1, which was just older games on NSO recorded on my tablet, to Era 2, where it's mostly the same but now scripted videos, to the current era, where my tablet has been faded out in favor of my computer. And a good thing I like to do here in Era 3 is to remake my older videos. My 100 subscriber special was basically me rediscussing every villainous character up until that point, both in my recent Sonic and Undertale long forms. Could be seen as me reworking my older videos and doing better ones, which leads us to this video now. While my Yume Nikki video isn't that old and still relatively holds up, one of my main critiques of that video is I think I could have discussed some aspects about the game a lot better. One of those aspects being the second most popular character in the game, UBOA. UBOA as a character is interesting, being probably the most well-known thing about Yume Nikki, excluding the titular character of the game herself, Madotsuki. Despite being such a small Easter egg, which we'll be getting into soon, I mean, this blob is everywhere when it comes to this game. She's in the manga, the remake, literally half of the game's merch. Well, that's today, I'd like to talk about what made her so popular and how the casting of her ruined what made Uboa interesting. So, like I said earlier, despite being such a popular character, Uboa is quite a small Easter egg in the grand scheme of the game. Honestly, how you get to her is part of the reason I personally find Uboa so interesting. You have to find an igloo in the snow world, an igloo far away from this tribe of igloos you can enter, where you enter it, where you should find the pink sea, a vast yet empty sea. Click on this balloon, go up to find another balloon, click on that, where you will find this conch house, where you'll find this conch house. Now, we haven't even met Uboa yet, and I already am intrigued. Did you notice how enclosed my description was? You have to find a conch house isolated from society, which you find from an igloo isolated from society. It's almost like Uboa herself doesn't want us to find her. Now, entering the house, you meet Poniko, a girl similar to Matsuki. In fact, the more I write this, the more I realize how similar these two are. Both have their hair tied in some way, both isolate themselves. And remember, this whole game takes place inside Matsuki's dream. And yeah, not all dreams mean anything, but it does get your mind thinking if it does. Like, maybe this is what Matsuki wishes her life was. Poniko has everything she could possibly want. Like how Poniko has a whole island, while Matsuki only has a small balcony. Now, about Uboa, every time you enter Poniko's house, there's a 1 in 64 chance that when you turn off the lights, this happens. This is Uboa, but you already know that, so. Somewhat off topic, but her design interests me. She's got these droopy eyes and crooked smile, almost as this creature is in pain and can only smile through it. Now, this puts Poniko in a whole different light, giving almost an actual reason to hide. It's like a secret she's scared of showing, even if accident. Maybe this is why Matsuki hides too, something of which she's scared to confront. And that, my friends, is everything about Uboa. So, to answer my question as to why Uboa is so popular, I think it's due to how hidden she is. Uboa is like a forbidden character, which people were drawn to. People love finding secrets. Just ask MatPat. While the idea of this video was beginning to form, I was watching Stampy Cat's My Story Mode house playthrough, and while the topic of how Minecraft became so popular as it was, is that something that I think I could apply to Yume Nikki too? Feel free to read and pause. But yeah, you see how this can apply to Yume Nikki? When people saw Uboa, some people thought, what else is in this game? And so theories, wikis, videos were made, which led to a community, which led to popular YouTubers discussing the game, which led to their fans playing it. Actually, I can prove this. NitroRod and Peanut Butter Gamer, two popular YouTubers, both made their videos with or about Yume Nikki. And what do these videos have in common? Hone in on? Why, our favorite nightmare blob herself, Uboa. So, with all we've discussed, you can tell Kikiyama had something great on their hands. This completely miserable Easter egg about how twisted your deepest desires can be, perfectly illustrated on the screen. Let's see how Kikiyama tackled this with a remake. Okay, some things to note. I've decided to skip the manga because it's not made by Kikiyama. It was written by someone who doesn't really know a lot about the game, so I don't think it's fair to judge them here. Second, I have not played the remake, and will probably never. I am not paying $20 for a remake I know isn't worth it. Ergo, I will be watching this on YouTube. All the way. Let's get this over with. It's mostly the same as before, in all honesty. The only difference being that Poniko is at her desk now, which adds on to my theory that this is Matsuki's dream life, but that's about it. On to the ranking. So, with all that said, where does this put UBOA on my tier list. Now, UBOA is awesome for what she stands for. I don't really like her as a character, but what she stands for is chilling. So, for that reason, I think UBOA belongs in A tier, and I'm denoting Gygus for A tier for the same reason. I really need to reorganize this tier list. Well, anyway, thank you for watching.